Hi, I'm Callum. I'm one of the co-founders of the Proud Hornets, and today I'm here to look back on the Callum and the Captains video we did 6 years ago with Helen and Troy Deeney, and looking at how things might have gotten better or worse during the past 6 years.
For me personally, I never felt too scared to go to a game because of being like gay or anything, but I did feel like I had to slightly change who I was, like not talk about things I would have done.
When I was younger, I definitely moderated myself a lot in terms of how I would act, what I'd talk about. I tried to, butcher up a little bit. And then during the time of Callum and the Captains, so 5-6 years ago, I definitely felt I wasn't needed quite so much. I definitely don't feel the need to moderate anything I say now to like my friends when I'm around or how I act. I've definitely talked about some stuff that 20 years ago you never would have heard on a terrace, like in the rookery, and it's never been a problem. So I think that is a positive sign that things are getting better, because people definitely would have overheard and, you know, in the past would have probably said something, whereas now there's definitely that comfortableness there within myself just to be exactly who I want to be.
What's your thoughts on like the rainbow laces? Do you think it has the impact it should?
Yes and no, like sort of for the same reason we've been saying, like it should be, for all these things, it should be a continuous effort throughout the year. It shouldn't just be 1 or 2 games a season. It should be constantly. Then I do think there is a good place for it because it does create a lot of visibility.
I think there is still a need for rainbow laces, and the campaign is still a thing for good, but it is a time that unfortunately we probably do see heightened levels of homophobia, online especially, from football fans. I think it's because, you know, they might see clubs promoting rainbow armbands or just like pride-themed things around football, and they feel they can have a voice to be a lot more intolerant at that point. So ironically, it actually does feel like that's the time when it's the worst to be a gay football fan.
What can we do to make the game day or just the experience of being a Watford fan more equal and more enjoyable?
I think since starting the Proud Hornets, it's about 2 years ago now, we have had great support from the club. Like it's been, I know clubs that either just the clubs aren't interested in having like an LGBT supporters group or don't really want to get too involved, because some have like a policy of we don't get involved with any supporters groups, we just let you do your thing.
Yeah.
So I think what we're doing at the moment is good, but just keep being visible and keep working with the club and with other fans as well, just to make it a more embracing place. Because I never would have imagined 5-6 years ago a massive rainbow across the rookery.
Just if we keep on focusing on these campaigns, such as Hornets Pride Week, Rainbow Laces, I think it's just a really good chance to try and make football more accepting again in the way that we were sort of heading 5-6 years ago when we did Callum and the Captains. Whereas now I think in the current state, things haven't progressed and have possibly regressed. Education is probably the best way forwards, rather than create more divisions through banning people. Just call them out, and they had to do some sort of course. Then I think that's the way the world is eventually going to get better, rather than dividing or driving more division between people.